For more than 2 centuries, the ultimate goal of every big game hunter has been an African safari. No other hunting endeavor offers the variety and quantity of game or the danger that a safari does. That's why David Morris, famed whitetail hunter, author, and a principal force behind the Tecumate wildlife systems, cherishes the opportunity to travel to the southern African nation of Botswana to hunt a member in good standing of the deadly Big Five, the Cape buffalo.
For the guy who's never been to Africa, it will exceed his expectations. It is literally going back into the Pliocene period. This is paradise on earth. This is Eden. But God has sprinkled it with some of his most glorious animals, and some of them will bite you, stomp you, or gore you. And that's what makes it exciting when you're hunting dangerous game. Once you've hunted them, I don't care how many you've taken, you can't wait to go again. There's something about them.
Cape buffalo is something you can get addicted on. It's a great hunt. You get in close, you see lots of buffalo. We've got big herds, and it's a trophy that a client will keep coming back for time after time after time.
There's usually very little margin for error when it comes to on-the-job training in dealing with wounded Cape buffalo. But PH Jeff Rann's gone through the learning curve and lived to tell about it.
When things go wrong and accidents happen and people get hurt or killed, it's always a little thing. It's a combination of little mistakes. That's what happened to me that day. I had 2 hunters, a father and a son, and they were both wanting to shoot a buffalo. The son was a relatively inexperienced hunter, and I told him we want to shoot him, we want to get him hit hard, get him down, and we're going to go after the second one. He made a shot in the middle of the body, gut shot. He was hurt pretty good. Had a couple more shots off the sticks and, wasn't able to get another bullet into him. I grab him and I walk up to this buffalo that's got his head down, and I'm already on to the next hunt. I'm already hunting the second buffalo. This one was over as far as I was concerned. I said, okay, take him on the shoulder. We're 35 yards, you can't miss him. And he turns and looks at me and says, I've left my bullets in the truck. His gun was empty. Get out of here, he's coming. At that point, the buffalo picked up his head, saw us. He came full charge and probably covered that 35 yards in 3 seconds. I made a mistake of not shooting quick enough. I let him come, shot for the head, which you have to do on a charging buffalo. Kind of saw him flinch, but no real reaction. In my mind, the only way to stop him was to shoot him in the chest and knock him down. I'd have time to reload my gun and finish him off. I went to reload, started to break my gun, and he got up and he was on me. I realized at that point he wasn't going to go down. His eyes were wild and red, and a buffalo, when he gets on you, he's going to kill you, and you're just going to be a little bloody spot on the ground when he's done with you. I managed to dodge him. He went by me. The buffalo turned around as quick as a cat. He came at me a second time. I grabbed his horn. He's pushing me backward. He flicks his head, and I just see my rifle take off. And I'm thinking, this is not good. He stood on my leg, pinning me. I managed to push my body away as he hit the ground with enough force. I mean, I felt the earth move, and when he stood on me, it was soft enough sand that didn't do any damage to my leg. Got my rifle, dusted it off, reloaded, shook the blood out of my hat, put it on my head, and said, right, let's go shoot the other one. And we did. Eventually, I had to go in for surgery, and it took a while, but when I went in, I was actually having to drag my right leg in. The disc was pressing on the nerve, and as a result, I've had 3 surgeries up to date, and I've been lucky. It could have been a lot worse.
Of Africa, Ernest Hemingway wrote about the nervous exhilaration that a sudden overabundance, idiotic abundance of game makes. And it's likely David Morris is feeling this in the Okavango.
David, that's him. Come on. I see him, but I can't get him. I just see his body. He's moving into the brush. Come, let's go around. Okay. He comes out. He's coming back up this side. Get off there. He picks his head up and turns towards you. Shoot him right in the chest. Oh, man. Back. Let's go around. They're starting to spook. He was the one that we saw walking away from us.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, that's buffalo hunting. That was fun. It's one thing to hunt buffalo, But now we're hunting one buffalo in a herd of 300. We had our sight set on this bull with the big curves and the back hooks. Incredible buffalo. That's the one we wanted.
Finding, in Hemingway's words, that one black buffalo with wide-swept, point-lifted horns won't be easy. But Rann's staff is up to the challenge.
Good bull, David. He's following the herd. He's trying to catch up with it. Right to us. That's a really nice bull. He's got to get in here. Got to stay in the shade. He's coming right at us. Just stay in the shade. Get on him. Okay. It's an incredible sight. Okay, you tell me, Jeff. I can take him anytime now. Just wanted to get as close as he'll come. Oh, he's got big bosses. He's got good hooks. Just don't move. But you're ready anytime. You're ready. No, don't shoot. I want him to keep coming. Okay, now.
I'm gonna take him.
Right, good shot. Hit him one more time. Okay, come on, let's get up on him. Okay. Come on, David, let's get up on him. Come on, there's some more coming. Come on. Watch it, we got these other ones coming in. This is the rest of that herd catching up. He's shooting. Yeah, he's down. All right, they're peeling off. Let's just get up on him, make sure he's dead. Just be ready. You know, I think it is him. I think it is too. I think it's the one we've been after.
That's the one we've been after for 2 or 3 days now. What are the odds that in a herd of 300 or 400 buffalo, we find the one bull that we're after is walking toward us in the broad open? David wanted to shoot. He said, I got him. I said, hey, let him come. Let him get as close as he will. I was getting a little antsy. I told Jeff, I can take him. He said, let him come. He picked his head up and I said, okay, take him. Sacco just hammered him and I thought he would go down, but typical of buffalo, he didn't. I shot him 2 more times and we had our buffalo, and we had him after we thought the hunt was gone. That's a trophy. That's a trophy. We had a lot of opportunities on a lot of good old buffalo, but he's an old bull, but he hasn't worn his hooks back, and he's got good drop, tremendous length.
Yeah.
And one of the best I've ever taken. 42-3.
Yeah. I mean, if you're into score, he's going to score well.
You can't even lift his head.
Hey, David, I want to thank you for sticking with me, man. It was, you know, it's sometimes you just got to keep on it, and you know, sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. But I can tell you, I also want to thank you for not making me walk back to the truck. The only way you don't walk back to the truck is if you shoot something.
Oh, well, thank you, Jeff. This has been the best buffalo hunt I've ever been on. My only regret is now we won't be doing it tomorrow.